Morning students, this is class 11th maths lecture 6th of chapter 16th probability. Now exercise 16.3 questions. Question number 14th is probability of A and B is given and they have asked probability of A union B where A and B are mutually exclusive events. Now you know when A and B are mutually exclusive, the probability of A intersection B is probability of phi and probability of phi is 0. Therefore, probability of A union B will be probability of A plus probability of B, which is 4 by 5. These two are already given because. Now, the next question number 15th is probability of E of F and of E intersection F is given. They have asked probability of, in the second part, not E and not F. That is, not E means E complement, and means intersection, and not F means F complement. So probability of this, now this can be written as E union F whole complement by the De Morgan's law, right? So probability of this is equal to probability of E union F whole complement, which is 1 minus probability of E union F, which is 1 minus, now probability of E union F will be probability of E, which is given as 1 by 4, probability of F 1 by 2 minus probability of E intersection F, which is given as 1 by 8. So you'll get the answer as 3 by 8. Now question number 16th is probability of not E or not F. See, be careful, not E, E complement, and then or is given. Or means union, not F, F complement. This is given as 0.25. You have to state whether E and F are mutually exclusive or not. For this, we will find the probability of E intersection F. If it is 0, then we will say E and F are mutually exclusive. If this is not 0, then we will say E and F are not mutually exclusive, right? Now, probability of this can be written as E intersection F whole complement, which is 0.25 given. Now probability of E intersection F will be 1 minus probability of E intersection F whole complement. So 1 minus 0.25 and this is 0.75 not equal to 0. Therefore we will say E and F are not mutually exclusive, because if these are mutually exclusive then probability of intersection will be 0, right? Now question number 18th is in class 11th of a school, 40% of the students study mathematics, 30% of students study biology, 10% study both the subjects. If a student is selected, find the probability that he will be studying mathematics or biology. So let M and B represents the event of the students who study maths and bio respectively. That is, M is the event that students study maths and B is the event that students study bio, right? Now probability of M will be, because out of 100%, 40% of the students study maths. That is, probability of M will be 0.4 and probability of B, that is probability of bio, will be 0.3 as it is given 30% students study bio. Intersection is given as 10%. So probability will be 0.1. Now be careful, read the question. They have given how many of the students study mathematics or biology. You have to find the probability of that. So probability of mathematics or means union biology. Now apply the formula, all the terms are given, you will get this as the answer. Number 20th is probability that a student will pass the final examination in both English and Hindi is 0.5 and the probability of passing neither is 0.1. Probability of passing in English is 0.75. What is the probability of passing the Hindi examination? So first of all, let the passing of the students in English and Hindi subject be as the event E and H, right? Now they have given that probability that the students will pass in both the exam, that is E intersection H, is given as 0.5, and the probability of passing neither is 0.1. So passing neither means neither in the subject English nor in the subject Hindi, that is E complement intersection H complement. Now they have given probability of passing in the examination English is 0.75, that is probability of E is 0.75, and they have asked find the probability of passing in the Hindi subject, that is probability of H. Now see, with the help of this we will find probability of E union H. Then we are given this probability of E and probability of E intersection H. Using these two we will find probability of H. So first use this to get the probability of E union H. Now see, this can be written as probability of E union H complement, which is equal to 1 minus probability of E union H. This is given as 0.1. From here you will get probability of E union H as 0.9. Now probability of E union H we know is probability of E plus PH minus P of E intersection H. So this term and this value is already given. Value of this we have calculated as 0.9. Put the values, you will get the probability of H as this, right? Question number 21st is, in a class of 60 students, 30 opted for NCC, 32 for NSS and 24 for both of the NSCC and NSS. Now you have to find the probability that the student opted for NCC or NSS. Now see, first of all, write down in statements. I have just written it like this, but you have to write down it in statements that let A and B the events that student opted NCC and NSS respectively, right? Now total students is 60. Number of elements in A, that is number of students opted NCC, is 30. And number of elements in B is 32, and number of elements in A intersection B, that is the students opted both NCC and NSS, are 24. So find the probability of A. Do not get confused. This is the number of elements in A, not the probability of A. So probability of A will be number of elements in A upon number of elements in S, that is the total students, which is 60. So you will get probability of A as 1 by 2, of B as 8 by 15, and the probability of A intersection B as 2 by 5. Now in the first part they have asked probability that the student opted for NCC or NSS, that is A union B, which can be easily calculated. All the terms are known to us. Now the next is student has opted neither NCC nor NSS, that is A complement intersection B complement, which is probability of A union B whole complement, which can be written as 1 minus probability of A union B. So 1 minus 19 by 30 is 11 by 30. The third part is student has opted NSS, which we let as the event B, but not NCC, that is B but not A, and I have told you B but not A is B minus A, which is probability of B intersection A complement, which can be written as probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Now you know both of these values, so you will get the answer as 2 by 15. Question I am explaining you is very important question. See, the statement says find the probability of 4-digit even numbers that can be formed from the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the case is digits can't repeat. So see, we have to find the probability of 4-digit even numbers. First of all, we will find the total number of ways, which total number of 4-digit numbers which can be formed from these digits, right? That will be total outcomes. Then we will find the favorable outcomes, which is 4-digit even numbers. So first of all, let us find the total outcomes, which is total number of 4-digit numbers that can be formed from the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now see, we have 4 places. Digits can't repeat. Now for the first place, we can fill any of the digit but not 0. So for first place we have 4 options. Now 1 digit has been used. Out of these 5, 1 has been used, so we are left with 4. Therefore for the second place 4 options, for the third 3 options, and for the fourth place 2 options. So total number of ways will be 4 into 4 into 3 into 2, that is 96. Right? These are the total outcomes. Now we will find the favorable outcomes. So favorable outcomes is 4-digit even numbers. Now see, these are the 4 places which we have to fill. For the even number, fourth place has 3 options, either 0 or 2 or 4. But when we put 2 or 4 in the fourth place, when I fill this fourth place with either 2 or 4, then for the first place I have how many options? 3 options. See why this is so? See, if these are the 4 places, if I fill the fourth place either with 2 or 4, say suppose I filled it with 2. Now for the first place the options will be 1, 3 and 4. That is 3 options only. Why? Because 0 can't come at the first place, and also 2 will not come because we have already filled the fourth place with 2, and this is the case when digits can't repeat. So when we fill 2 or 4 at the fourth place, then for the first place we have 3 options. But if I fill the fourth place with 0, then for the first place I have 4 options. See, if I fill this with 0, then for the first place I have 1, 2, 3, 4 options. Therefore in this case, for the favorable outcomes, we will make 2 cases. First, when if fourth place is filled with 0. Now we know for the first place we have 4 options, for the second 3 options, for the third 2 options, and for the fourth place obviously 1 option because we have filled it with 0, right? So number of ways when we fill the fourth place with 0 is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 24, right? Now if the fourth place is filled with either 2 or 4, then I have already told you for the first place we will have 3 option, for the second place 3 option, for the third place 2 options, and fourth place either 2 or 4, so 2 options. So the number of ways will be 36. So the favorable outcomes will be either these cases when you fill the fourth place with 0, or these 36 cases when we fill the fourth place with 2 or 4, right? So the total favorable outcomes will be 24 plus 36, 60, and total outcomes we calculated as 96. Therefore probability of 4-digit even numbers will be 60 upon 96, which is this, right? Now the second case in the same question is if digits can repeat. Now I am taking the case when digits can repeat. So the total outcomes will be how many 4-digit numbers can be formed from these digits, right? So 4 places are there. For the first place 0 cannot come, so 4 options. For the rest, second, third and fourth place, because digits can repeat, all the 5 options, that is total outcomes is 500. Favorable will be when the 4-digit number is an even number, so favorable outcomes will be calculated as these are 4 places. Now for the fourth place, if either 2 comes or 4 comes or 0, then it is an even number, right? Now in this case, see in the previous case, if we fill 2 or 4 here, then the first place has 3 options, but if we filled 0 here, then the first place has 4 options in the previous case. Now but in this case, when digits can repeat, for the fourth place either you fill it with 2 or with 4 or with 0, the first place will always have 4 options, because if I fill 2 here, any digit can come, because digits can repeat, any digit can come except 0. If you fill 4 here, then also for the first place 4 options. If you fill 0 here, then also for the first place all the 4 options, right? So there is no need to make different cases in this case when digits can repeat, because if we fill any of these digits at the fourth place, for the first place we will get always 4 options, right? So for the fourth place 3 options, for the first 4 options, and because digits can repeat, for the second and third place all the 5 options, right? So the number of ways will be 3 into 4 into 5 into 5, that is 300. Therefore probability will be 300 upon total outcome. So the answer will be 3 by 5, right? So your homework is you have to do question 1 to 7 of exercise miscellaneous. Okay, thank you.